Good morning, guys. Hope you are doing well. I'm doing a video this morning for you guys on the trade in IWM alerts. So if we go to the server right here, IWM alerts, this is an amazing service where we're scalping at the market open, just taking a quick trade. Sometimes it takes 10 seconds, sometimes it takes a minute or two, or even up to a few minutes. And we are going to do that today. Hopefully, we get rid of this. You'll see me take the actual trade in my brokerage account. You'll see everything that goes on in terms of the pre-markets, analysis from David. David, by the way, is this guy right here, Alexander. David Alexander's is the last name. And so I'm joking here. Is it bad that I've been in here for months? I have no idea what they're talking about. A few of the guys in here are starting to learn how to actually trade this stuff, which is really cool. But you can see, unless you are in the know, which I still am not, I really need to make more of an effort. This is the sort of stuff that's being posted pre-market. I'll scroll up here. So here we go. So the pre-market is a good channel to do. So it's good if you're learning the strategy. So he starts to talk about TPO and footprint and all that kind of stuff right here. Looking at these charts, to me, I still have a hard time understanding what this stuff is. It's definitely a different way of looking at the market than from like what we're used to, like with moving averages and VWAP and all that stuff. Um, you know, a different way of looking at things. So you can see like this one right here. Oops. But it seems to make sense to some of the people in the group, so that's good that people are learning how to do a lot of this stuff as well. This is what we're seeing pre-market. This is the most important part. You can start to see where he's looking at contracts. So he's talking about the gap price. The TPO gives him pause. He's not sure between this. This information leads to me wanting to fade the market, so shorten it or buying puts. So then he's looking at this and he's saying here, everybody, I'm adding these puts, 0 DTE, so these are always 0 DTE into my watch list with 184 in my active trader. So let's do that now for me. So we're doing the 184 to 186 puts. So let's just do that. We're going to do IWM. So double check IWM, 10th April, which is today. So we're going to start with the 184 puts, which are here. And I'm going to send those to the watch list. IWM scalps. I'm going to send the 185s. And if you look on the left here, you can see them popping up. And then the 186s. And I think that's what he said. So 184 to 186, let's see. Yeah. So he has the 184 in his active trader. Now he does change that, which is why you want to set this up. So I'm going to go trader. I'm going to put the 184s. Double check these are the 184s. That's right, they are. And this is the current price in here. I'm going to, since the market's not open yet, obviously there's no movement on the contracts. I'm going to change my offsets. The market's been really volatile here, so I'm going to set a take profit, which is pretty aggressive in terms of like taking profit quickly of 0.06. I'm going to change my bracket order here to stop out at 0.15. 10 contracts, very small position because I'm still learning the strategy and the market has been horrendous. So we've been on a huge win streak and things have been going really well. But I want to make sure we've got this all set up right. Looks good. We've got our contracts here. We've got this guy. So yeah, so these look like they'll be reasonably priced, which is good. So yeah, so I've got the 184s lined up, ready to go. We've got 5 minutes to market open. Let's see if he's saying anything else. Usually he'll type in moving to voice channel, which is on the left right here. Then we have our general channel, which is here, which has just this during the trade. Nobody else in the general voice channel is able to chat. We've muted all their mics. So when we move over there, in fact, I'll just go in there now so I don't miss anything of David. You guys will be able to hear David as well, hopefully. Should be. to talk about what he's looking at exactly. If we go to the pre-market stuff again. So he is saying that we might not have an opportunity today. The closer we get to cash open, the more I don't have a complete feeling of opportunity. The gap is not giving me the warm and fuzzies. I'll move over to the voice channel to explain more. So he's going to start talking in a second. So yeah, there's a chance there'll be no trade today.
Morning, everyone. Hope all is well.
Hopefully you can hear David. Don't you?
So, I hope. Thank you for that sound check. So I don't know if you all seen the pre-notes. That gap is really giving me some pause as to opportunity. And now, as even as I'm speaking, there's a lot of buying imbalance, which to be expected because we bought so much yesterday. From that news, that there's bound to be buyers there. The only problem I have with that is that CPI, jobless were both negative. And even though yesterday was a bounce, we still haven't regained, I don't think, even 50% of the loss that the market has taken in over the past few days. So even though that 90-day pulse was, good, still can't escape economic news. CPI is one, jobless is another today. And I'm not seeing any indication other than the fact that price is currently in that distribution of this current week. We're getting to the top of that to looks like 186 flat to 184 26. So we're somewhere in the middle of that right now at 184.66. Unless I see something at cash, uh, not sure if I feel the warm and fuzzies to play because I don't have enough information. That gap does not provide any information on order flow or in the TPL side. I do have 186, 185, and 184 puts with 184 in my active trader. So unless we see something at cash open, the only good side, a good um, piece of information that I see is that again we're playing that distribution with this, which is inside of that gap of the current week, and it looks like price is fading from that. So that's the only good side of it. But right now, price is starting to go below that, so it's not turned from good to not so good. Uh, I do expect price to at least pop because of all of the buying from yesterday. The only problem again is just that gap is not providing any information.
I don't fully understand
And
what
I'm
you're
not
saying.
going to force a trade or trade just to trade. So if we see something perfect. If not, then I'm not going to do anything.
And this is
So
what I
I'm going to
like
wait
about
to
David.
cash open, which is 45 seconds from now. Again, we'll see something. If not, then um, today may not be a day to play.
We take trades most days, but it's really good when you can figure out, this is
Over
not what you're.
25, not a bad rule to have. I mean, it's faded from high 38 to 35. So
So you can communicate with David by typing in here, and you'll read these comments, and you can hear him answering. So he's just talking about this. So people talk about things in
So
here.
again, I'm not going to force anything, but if we do see something, great. If not, then we don't. All right, 5 seconds until cash open. Let's see what comes out of it. All right, market's open now. And okay, they got to get the spread and the options together first. So still no play from there. And that's also a buying um, imbalance that just popped into. Okay, so the prices are starting to look better. High, $218 with a 17-cent spread, and there's a buying imbalance too, so nothing there. Which is to be expected from all that buying yesterday. As prices are going higher, there's less and less interest. So if we do see something, still 184s are going to be what I purchase, even though we're in 185 right now. So there's more sellers than buyers in this candle. All right, the spread is a lot better as well. 184s are going for $179. And price is struggling, even with that buying imbalance. So they could be getting trapped here. Okay, looks good. All right, I'm gonna enter here. 184
So
puts,
I just I got
$85 per
189.
185 per contract.
I got 189. So I'm up 104 bucks, so I'm gonna close out right here.
Okay.
So there we go. So I closed my trade, 100 and something bucks there. My order,
Okay, awesome. I'm still waiting.
$194
Okay,
right
there we
here.
go.
So boom, pretty
All
nice,
right,
right?
I got my first TP, 197.
So I'm gonna
Got a
input
little
my
bit of market
orders in.
slippage again, and that sell imbalance just popped in too while I was looking.
So these are the orders. So I
So
got
I got my
one
first TP.
191 to 209. So I'm gonna put that into the chat. 191 to 209.
I'm gonna take some more profit. Just move my stop up, but it looks like I'm good. Yep, and all done.
Wait,
All
good
done.
trade.
Cool. That sell imbalance just popped in real quick for us.
So people are making money here. This is really good. So this is a good example of a trade, even though it wasn't
I
looking
don't know
very
how long
strong
it's
here.
gonna last, but
I'm gonna post my screenshot because I like to make
let me
sure
make sure I'm
people
out of everything.
see that I'm not just making stuff up here.
Take profit, yeah, take profit, sure. Okay, yep, I'm all out of everything. No
So I just
working.
post my screenshot right here, and then I'm gonna go and have an omelet and celebrate for my
All
quick
right,
small
I'm
position.
curious to see where this goes because that sell imbalance went away. So was that the perfect opportunity? I mean, sniper like,
I posted my profit there.
but it's struggling still to go pop higher. Again, we're playing that same distribution that was created this week. That was the only thing that kind of gave me the confidence in playing. But that gap is like, and prices also changed as well. So that was great on our end. I think that was a sniper because, okay, there they go. They're coming back down now.
So you can see people taking profits in here.
Still green on this candle. 1.3 million sellers. I'm sorry, 1.3 million in volume. 188,000 sellers. I think that was just sniper because right now it's popping back. Yeah, that's one hell of a play. Even with prices popping higher, they're still struggling. So I wonder. Give me a second. I want to see how this plays out before I switch over to you all. Just I'm curious. The gap
I
is kind of like
sniped
the
this
unknown
candle
for
so
me.
well.
But again,
Sniped
I
this
did
candle
like
so
that
well.
current week's distribution and the fact that we even are testing the high of that. Okay, here's the second 5 minutes.
You
The
may play
first 5 minutes
again.
struggled. 1.5 in volume, 136,000 sellers. Let's see what this 5 minutes is. That would tell us if I just That was just a sniper entry, or was that okay, here's a sell imbalance just popped in.
Maybe about to buy again. So
I think there may be people from yesterday who thought the selling or the buying was going to continue. There are, I know some investors too that just buy just simply because, or sell simply because price moves and not looking at the overall picture. And there's a big sell imbalance that just popped in. I'm wondering if buyers from yesterday are getting cut simply off the 90-day pause. Okay, now buyer imbalance came in. There's some fighting going on. I think we just did a nice snipe. That was a sniper precision
yeah, I'm gonna
entry.
let this run. I'm
All
gonna
right,
go
let
and
me
grab
go
my,
over to
my
Ego.
omelet
Oh, see, I
from
like that picture.
DoorDash. It just arrived, and
Uh,
I'll let you guys listen to David and
yeah,
watch the chat
that
here.
was just sniper. Even though prices popping higher, still no interest. All right, da-da-da-da-do. Okay, yep, TPO time price opportunity. So, yep, you're welcome. Trading wheels 25. Yeah, that's not a. I mean, that's not bad to. If you have rules that work for you, stick to them. Keep you out of a lot of trouble. You think you're already out? Hopefully, you mean out in profit. All right, and at 189, out at 2. Fire. TPO hit on futures. Fire. Holy crap! I hope that's a good thing. Okay, now sellers just pop back in. So they're battling. There's a seller imbalance, buyer imbalance, seller. And I think the sellers are starting to win now because their imbalance is bigger than the buyers. So what I think is happening, and I don't have information, insider information, but people are who bought the news are now going to feel some pain because they're the sellers now. I guess they're going to think, well, the next day, they're probably thinking the next day, which is today, that we're going to continue to buy up off that news,
All right, guys, I'm back.
not
Just double
considering.
check my
And I don't
omelet
know what's
here.
happening on the other side, the
Make sure I
Dow
actually am
or
back. Yep.
the Qs or 500s,
Just ate
but
my omelet.
what's happening here, small cap, I won't say guarantee, but there were people for sure who saw the news as tomorrow is going to be a green day as well, without considering distribution or news. Let's see, didn't see that happening. 188 to 196 fire, 191 to 209 fire, 187 to 206. Investing teacher, I've seen. I don't want you to think I'm ignoring your IMs. I've seen it, I just haven't had time to respond. But thank you for that information. I'll when I get an opportunity to really look into it, I'll respond back to you. But thank you for that. Uh, profit so fast you thought the order failed. Yeah, yeah. Um, 185 to 203 fire. 188 to 205. Take profit. Yeah. Five contracts, quick lure, 193 to 205. Okay, 6 seconds. Yeah, they're battling right now. It keeps buyer imbalance, sell imbalance. It just keeps popping, especially in this 5 minutes, which is almost over.
You see how David's talking? He's looking at
All
the
right,
comments are on the
188
screen,
to 206.
like right here.
Oh,
And
look at
people
that
are
sell imbalance. Like the sell imbalance is a lot bigger than the buyer imbalance, but it's just they're not going nowhere. One of them have to break. Small profit on futures, move profit stop tight. Less profit. Okay.
so he will
Still
answer
good. Profit
questions
is
if you ask
profit.
questions in this section, but a lot of people just
194. Russell
posting away.
profit. Pop. Fire. 185
Fire.
to 202, then 207. Paper. Fire. Yeah, the seller imbalance just keeps coming in bigger and wider. And now if it dropped the low of 184.12 in this 5 minutes, now the seller imbalance stayed. So we may drop the no, make a new low to sorry, I don't know why twos have been in my mind this week. 184.12 is the will make a new low. Five. Let's see. Filled five contracts. Three 189. Two at 188. Sold 194, 196, and 201. Fire. Profit is profit, man. Profit is profit. Up. Did they make it? No, they didn't make a new low yet. 190 to 2, and then 210. Very impressed. I'm glad you're impressed with it. Oh, they just made a new low. There the sellers go right there. One of them had to break, and there's another sell imbalance. And I think they're gonna start getting nervous. They start, the ones that who bought off that news giving back profit. It's gonna be some panic. Out with profit before you get hit by. That's fire. I got my precision. That was definitely sniper, but it looks like the sellers are definitely in control now. So um, could have held, but that last 5 minutes, 9:35 candle on the 5 minute rotation, um, there was some uncertainty there. I appreciate that. All right, interactive brokers today instead of AMP. What's AMP?
We'll
Oh,
put
your
your statement
margins.
on it.
Okay, there go the
Uh,
sellers there,
I
right there.
know.
There's another selling balance just popped in,
Yeah,
almost as
that
wide
was
as the
in
last 5 minutes.
hit.
Also, we said low profit target. Okay, yep. That's how you take profit. It takes time, Texas Yeti. It took me when I was first introduced to this, maybe 6 to 8 months of just back testing, and then another 6 to 8 months of trying to train my eye when looking at it in real time before I felt comfortable. So, not to say your journey will be my journey, but it's a journey. Okay, in 192 out at 210. Nice. A bad trader and at 185, 202, 205 paper. Yep, the sellers are in control now. So yeah, there's gonna be some panic. There's gonna be a lot of profit given back for those who just chase price. We just passed the first sign of resistance, so the second one would be
This guy
181
made $2,000 from
flat, roughly
RT Live, the
181, or
futures
just moved to
version of
181.03.
IWM.
So that would be the VWAP on the 5 minute rotation. I don't put too much stock in that, but that's another sign, another potential. 189 to 199.
Oh man, that omelet was good.
Yep, you're very welcome. And go charting my imbalance setting. Let me go to. I think it's two or more. I used to have three, but then I changed it to two. Let me double check. Hold on, give me 2 seconds to see.
So you guys check the description
So
if you want to
it's
join.
not
I'll put a
imbalance,
link.
it's sequence. So basically, that's go charting's imbalance, and I set it to two, so two or more. So I definitely want to see a stack. They do have a multiple imbalance setting, which is like a threshold of three, but I feel like that doesn't work that well. It doesn't really show the information well on go charting, so I always stick to the sequence. So hopefully that helps.
So David's narrating the
Enjoy the
stuff
journey. That's
basically,
right.
hopefully.
That's where the lessons are learned.
Not many questions really at the moment. People just posting excited
You
about their
made
wins.
2,000 bingo. Oh shit! You gonna share some? 2K? I need a loan. That's okay. A little less than what I made today, but still, I need a loan. I got some projects I'm trying to work out. If you want to invest.
David giving an insight to how
Okay.
much he makes daily,
Yep, you're
roughly.
welcome.
On this, did you
Uh,
hear that? He said a little less than he made today.
Is
can
that on
trade more than
footprint
2,000.
or oh, as far as the sequence setting, it's the order flow trader. Order flow trader. And I don't know if anybody follows order flow trader, but he's someone I've been able to talk to. I just met him pretty recently, but he's the one that actually that he sold that to Go Charting, and that's his software, his stuff. I don't know if you follow him on YouTube, but he's pretty good. I think his YouTube is Order Flow Trader. He's a pretty cool guy. Do, 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 do.
So for you guys that wonder what the
You should
track
try.
record's
I
all
man,
about,
I hear that
this
so
is where I
much.
track it.
I have a
So
friend of mine who trades the exact same way. We learned the exact same way. Two different people, and he kills it. He makes his profit is way bigger than mine doing the exact same thing. It's just hard for me to. It's just like with giving myself a raise, right? Adding more contracts. I have to. It takes me a while to get there mentally, add something new. But I hear it all the time. 185 to 197 fire. Yep, Texas Jetty, all good. And 191 to 226. Nice. Yeah, they looks like what's this a 945 candle.
very hot
940
that news
candle had
thing.
a huge sell imbalance.
Yeah, look at this.
And it looks like, excuse me, they're still playing it, but there's a huge buyer in there too. All right, that's it for me. I am done. We're done. Nice little run. Let's see if we can make tomorrow straight 5 days. If there's no other questions, no other comments, I am out of here and I will see you all in the morning. Yep, Russell, you are very welcome. I appreciate all of you guys sticking with me and get to this get to the market and understand it and make the best decisions and grow this skill together.
Connected from voice chat. All right, guys. So that is a really good example of a day in the life of an IWM trader. You notice we did the trade within like a few minutes. It was done very, very quickly. It's still only 8:47 Central Time, so it's still only 20 minutes to market open. I've been sitting here for the last 10 or 15 minutes going through all these like numbers, people winning and winning and winning. If we look at my time-stamped orders right here, look how quickly this happened. So it was only within the first minute of market open. Hopefully, it's always so hard to see this. Basically, I entered at 8:31, so just 1 minute after market opening, and within 30 seconds had the full profit and was done for the day. So pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. I like it anyway. So if you want to join, I'll leave a link in the description below. If you want to do lifetime or some other deeply discounted longer term subscription, just email me. I'll put my email in the description below as well. And with that, hopefully you guys have a good day.